Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. It's about 12:15 p.m. here, Monday, March 25th, and welcome into the early portion of today's video weather discussion, where we are going to discuss the storm system that's currently moving through the region and will continue to move through the region through the day on Tuesday as well. The storm system is bringing rain and thunderstorms to mostly rain, a couple isolated thunderstorms to the state for portions of today and into tonight. Also, some high winds going to be affecting portions of the state today and into tonight as well. So we're going to be watching for that. And then as we get into Tuesday, we're going to be watching for potentially another round of showers and thunderstorms to affect portions of the state Tuesday morning into early Tuesday afternoon. Maybe some severe weather threat with some of that activity, and also some gusty winds for Tuesday as well. But to start off here, we are looking at the live radar here as of, like I said, a little after 12:15 p.m. here now on Monday. You can see we have this feed of rain and even some isolated thunderstorms down across Missouri, Arkansas, and those areas. This feed of precipitation is moving northward, and as we go to a little bit more of a wider view here, as I mentioned, you can see this feed of rain and thunderstorms here extending from the Arklatex region northward across the state of Illinois and up into Wisconsin as well. So that is why we are expecting a rainy day at times across the state, both today and into tonight, because like I said, this feed of rain and thunderstorms is going to continue to push northeastward across the region and across the state of Illinois as we go through today and into tonight as well. We're also expecting some gusty winds across portions of the state today and into tonight as well, and we're going to talk more about that in a moment, and then also we're going to touch on that very low-end conditional severe weather threat for early Tuesday across portions of the state. So with that said here, let's jump over to one of the weather forecast models here. This is one of those short-term models that we often show you, the HRRR model here. And as we go into time here, you can see this feed of rain and thunderstorms that I was showing you on the live radar is going to continue to work in across portions of the state through the day today. Now we're getting into this evening. You can see how this activity continues to move off in a northeasterly direction here, moving across much of the state as we continue into tonight. Look at this as we head through tonight across much of the state of Illinois, some rain and some thunderstorms. And then as we get into later tonight and early Tuesday morning, you could see how things actually dry out a bit across the state of Illinois as we head into late tonight and early Tuesday morning. This is going to be a little bit of a dry slot that's going to be moving in with this storm system here. It's going to dry things out a little bit. And then as we head deeper into Tuesday morning, we're going to be dealing with our area of low pressure out here in the vicinity of the Missouri, Iowa, Illinois border region. That's where our low pressure is going to be here as we move into the Tuesday morning time frame. And this low pressure is going to end up moving in a northeasterly direction. And with it, we're going to have a cold front that's going to be also draped across Illinois down into Missouri. And that cold front is also going to be sweeping east and northeast as well. And what you'll notice here is we do have this arc of showers and thunderstorms that ends up developing here along that cold front just ahead of our area of low pressure here Tuesday morning. We have that area of showers and thunderstorms that develops, and once that develops, it is going to very rapidly move off in a northeasterly direction. Now, the environment that's going to be in place here across northeastern and eastern Illinois here Tuesday morning, it's not going to be an amazing environment for severe weather. Moisture values are going to be kind of on the low side, maybe around or into the low 50s. Temperatures are not going to be all that warm either, but they will be potentially as high as the mid to upper 50s. We might see a couple of breaks in the cloud cover, which may allow for a little bit of sun to peek out for some areas Tuesday morning here, which could help improve the low-level lapse rates across these areas. And we're also going to be dealing with very favorable shear environment, highly sheared environment here. A lot of vorticity, especially with this area of low pressure quickly moving through here. So there are some favorable things. One thing that is going to be lacking, in addition to the moisture being a little bit low, is we're going to be lacking normal amounts of instability as well. Instability is going to be very low overall here across these areas Tuesday morning. But the one thing that is going to be on the higher side is the lower level instability. So from 0 kilometers, which is where we live here at the surface, all the way up to about 3 kilometers in the atmosphere, it's known as the 0 to 3 kilometer instability or CAPE. That is actually going to be growing and becoming on the high side here as we work into the Tuesday morning time frame. So there are some things going for a severe weather threat, and there are some things going against a severe weather threat for Tuesday morning. So all in all, we are going to be monitoring the potential for maybe an isolated severe weather risk Tuesday morning across northeastern and across eastern Illinois here. During that time. So that's what we're going to be watching for, that isolated severe weather threat. Once again, early Tuesday morning through the much of the Tuesday morning hours and into the middle of the day on Tuesday, for the potential of isolated to scattered showers and thunderstorms. A couple of those isolated storms could be severe, and if they do become severe, it would be mostly a threat of isolated damaging winds and maybe an isolated tornado threat as well. Tomorrow is not really a threat of hail. With these kind of storms, they're going to be very low-topped, very fast-moving, not really a threat of hail. But if we do see these scattered showers and thunderstorms develop with that isolated severe weather threat, once again across northeastern and eastern Illinois, it would be mostly for a threat of damaging winds and also an isolated tornado threat. And as I go forward into time here during the Tuesday morning time frame, you can see how this activity really doesn't look all that vigorous because it's going to be very low-topped, very shallow activity here as it, like I said, moves off towards the northeast. And eventually, as we move deeper into the middle of the day Tuesday and Tuesday afternoon, you can see that activity eventually also gets up into Indiana and Michigan as well. They're going to be dealing with that isolated severe weather risk for the potential for some damaging winds and hail as well. That'll be more so midday Tuesday into Tuesday afternoon and evening out across Michigan, maybe northwestern Ohio, northern Indiana as well. And then in the wake of that, things quiet down. Maybe the chance of some snow flurries as we head later into Tuesday night across northern parts of the state of Illinois. Temperatures are going to cool down a little bit again behind this storm system. So that's what we're looking for in terms of rain, thunderstorm, and severe weather activity. Another thing we're going to be watching for is gusty winds, because we've already seen winds increase across the state of Illinois overnight last night and into this morning. We have seen some areas already with wind gusts between 40 to 50 miles per hour last night and into this morning. Now, not everyone has seen the big increase in gusty winds so far, but some areas have. For example, out around the Moline area, the Quad Cities area, we saw some wind gusts around 50 miles per hour for a time this morning. So all in all, we are going to see periods of gusty winds across much of the state of Illinois for today and into tonight as well. So as I go forward in this image here through the afternoon, you can see some of these deeper blue and pink colors representing those gusty winds. Even as we head into tonight here, you continue to see some of these gusty winds possible across portions of the state through tonight. And then as we head into Tuesday morning here, those winds once again will increase across portions of the state of Illinois even into Tuesday morning. And then by the time we get to Tuesday later evening and overnight Tuesday night, you can see some blue color still here across northern parts of the state. Those are still going to be some breezy conditions even into Tuesday night across northern Illinois, but you can see winds really start to lessen across the region overall compared to if we go back here Monday into Tuesday. You can see those deeper blue and pink colors here, really gusty winds. But like I said, as we head eventually into Tuesday evening, Tuesday night, you can see how the winds are going to calm down overall. So with that said here, let's actually flip back over to our severe weather portion of things and look at our severe weather forecast here. So once again, in addition to general rain and general thunderstorms we're going to be seeing, we're also going to be dealing with the high winds and then also this isolated severe weather threat across northeastern and eastern Illinois. Once again, this is going to be for Tuesday morning and into the middle of the day on Tuesday. There is a low conditional threat of maybe a few isolated severe thunderstorms during that Tuesday morning, middle of the day Tuesday time frame. And if that does happen, that activity will be very fast moving and it'll be capable of producing some damaging winds occurrences, also maybe some isolated tornado threat as well. So overall, as you can see here, it's not like we're dealing with a level 2, 3, 4, 5 severe weather risk. This is a very low, isolated, conditional severe weather risk, which is why you're seeing that blue color. That's that level 1 severe weather risk. And once again, this is for Tuesday morning into the middle of the day on Tuesday. The threat for maybe an isolated severe thunderstorm across northeastern and eastern Illinois. And if that does happen, would have the capability of producing some occurrences of damaging winds and hail as well. Now, outside of this severe weather threat, once again, we're going to be dealing with rain, thunderstorms across the state today, tonight, and into Tuesday morning. And then we're also going to be dealing with those high winds, not associated with any thunderstorm activity, but just general high winds associated with the storm system itself moving through the region. And we're going to see those high winds at times today, tonight, and into Tuesday as well across portions of the state. At times, we could see winds gusting as high as 40, 50, maybe even 55 miles per hour with the gusty winds with the storm system moving through. All right, here, just checking the video chat, the live video chat here. Bill checking in from the Montgomery area. You're going to have a chance of some rain, maybe some thunderstorm activity throughout the day today, tonight, and into Tuesday morning. There's really no concrete, timing that I could give you because it's going to be passing areas of rain, moving in and moving out, especially today and tonight, and maybe a little isolated activity Tuesday morning as well. All right here, let's see. Maura checking in from the Freeport area. You're going to be getting that rain thunderstorm activity today into tonight as well. Maybe a little bit more scattered activity for Tuesday morning. You'll also be dealing with those gusty winds from time to time today into tonight and Tuesday morning as well. The same goes for Nate in the LaSalle County area. Wondering how much rain you're going to get. We could see a decent little bit of rain with this storm system coming through. So let me flip over here. Give me one moment. So these are some of the rainfall totals that we could see across the state with the storm system between today, tonight, and tomorrow. So as you can see, much of the state is likely to see between a half an inch all the way up to 2 inches of rain for much of this area in pink and blue across much of the state of Illinois. That's where you're going to pick up between a half to probably, let's say, about 1.5 inches of rain. Now, you'll notice this darker corridor here out across western Illinois. That is where we could see some isolated corridor of rainfall over 2 inches. So we are going to be picking up a lot of rainfall over the next day and a half. That's today, tonight, and into tomorrow as well across the state of Illinois. Like I said, all of these areas in blue and pink, much of northern, east central, southern Illinois, most of you folks will see between a half an inch and 1.5 inches of rainfall. And then out for you folks across western Illinois, that's where there's a decent chance of you picking up over 2 inches of rainfall over the next day and a half here. And we are still dealing with drought conditions down here across portions of southern and western Illinois. Some of these areas are still dealing with drought conditions. So this is going to be some much needed rainfall for these areas of western down into southwestern and southern Illinois over the next day and a half as it looks at this point in time. All right here, Matthew in Braidwood. Yes, you're going to be picking up some showers and thunderstorms as well through the day today and into tonight as well. Maura, you were checking in from the Freeport area, and you're wondering if you're going to have any chance of severe weather. As it looks, probably not. That severe weather threat as we head into the Tuesday morning, middle of the day time frame is mostly going to be more so across, let's call it north central, northeastern Illinois, down into eastern Illinois. That's where that severe weather threat for an isolated chance of severe thunderstorms is going to be for Tuesday morning into the middle of the day on Tuesday. Lisa checking in from Newton County, Indiana. You're also going to be dealing with this storm system, obviously, as well. You're going to be picking up some of that rain and thunderstorm activity, especially as we head more so this evening, tonight, and into Tuesday morning for your neck of the woods out there, sort of in northwestern Indiana. And yes, you will also be running the risk for some gusty winds today, tonight, and into Tuesday morning as well. And also that isolated severe weather risk you could see in your neck of the woods as you head through the middle of the morning, late morning, and middle of the day on Tuesday as well for your area. See a question here from Joliet. Yes, you'll be getting rain, thunderstorms, gusty winds today, tonight, and into Tuesday morning. Isolated severe weather threat once again for Tuesday morning in your neck of the woods as well. So this storm system, while it's not going to bring, an overly huge severe weather threat, it is bringing multiple modes of weather to the state over the next day or so. We're dealing with rain, thunderstorms, high gusty winds associated with the storm system itself, and then also that isolated severe weather risk for early Tuesday across portions of the state. So, multiple modes of weather coming through with this storm system over the next day or so here. But really, that's the summary of things at this point in time. Obviously, we will continue to monitor this storm system over the next day or so. Like I said, rainfall of upwards of, let's say, a half an inch to an inch and a half of rain across much of the state over the next day or so. Maybe some totals over 2 inches of rainfall in western Illinois. Also going to be dealing with those high gusty winds across the state as well over the next day or so as well, from today into tonight, and also into Tuesday across portions of the state, those high gusty winds. Also going to be dealing with that isolated severe thunderstorm potential across northeastern and eastern Illinois for that Tuesday morning into the middle of the day on Tuesday time frame. See 2 questions here regarding Chicago and then also Glenn in the Antioch area. Yes, rain, thunderstorms, gusty winds today, tonight, into Tuesday morning, likely for both of your areas. Also that isolated severe weather threat early in the day on Tuesday as well. But that will go ahead and wrap things up for now. Like I said, we will continue to monitor this storm system over the next 24 to 36 hours as it continues to bring that rain, thunderstorm, even some heavy rainfall, gusty wind potential, and isolated severe thunderstorm across the state. That potential across the state. So we'll continue to watch that. And we will update you here over the next day or so as needed with the storm system moving through. But for now, everyone enjoy your Monday.